to the next tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you about how to understand linear programming and mathematics models. So, if you haven't followed me, you have understood where you're coming from with linear programming, you're going to discover that what we are doing today is just a top soup of what we have been doing earlier. So, as the weather today is quite cold here, so I'm going to explain in briefly terms and make you understand what linear programming. So, linear programming and mathematics models, we are simply saying that this is simply finding the inequality from a given statement. Mathematics models is simply finding the inequalities from a given statement. So we know what an inequality is, and we know how to find the inequality when it is given on a diagram, and we know where to shade and where not to shade, and we know what kind of a symbol represents a particular line. Therefore, when we have that knowledge, mathematics models is just a walking step. So now let's have something that we need to concentrate in. Words, okay? Words to look out for when dealing with mathematics models. We have words such as not more than, and we have words such as at least, and we have words such as more than, and we have words such as less than, and also we have words such as all together. All together. What do these words mean? Okay. These words which are here, not more than, simply means that things, for example, you not more than, you need things that are not more than. For example, I say, here is a 5 kwacha. Go buy not more than 5 sweets. How many sweets are you going to buy? Are you going to buy 6 sweets? Or 7 sweets? Or 7 or 8? No. If I say, here is 5 kwacha, go buy me 5 sweets, not more than 5 sweets. It means that you are going to get 5 sweets, or less than 5, or less than 5, less than 5, less than 5, but not more than 5. That is the what not more than mean. You should get equal to 5 or less than 5. Now when we come to at least, what does at least mean? At least simply means you should get, if I say here is 5 kwacha, go buy me at least 6 sweets. At least 6 sweets simply means that you are going to get not less than 6 sweets, but you are going to get more than 6 sweets or equal to 6 sweets. That's what this symbol means. You have heard in news where they say at least 50 people have died in a car accident. At least 50 people have died in a car accident. That at least, it doesn't mean that it is a nice thing. No, it simply means that there are more people who have died, but they have only recovered about 50, but they are more, or they might be equal to 50. That's what this means. Henceforth, we are saying more than. More than simply means it should not be equal to, but it should be more than. I say here is 5 kwacha, go buy me 5 lollipops. You are going not to buy me 5, go buy me more than 5 lollipops. You are not going to buy 5 lollipops, no, but you are going to buy 6 and more lollipops. If you buy 5 lollipops, then you are not applying this concept. You are applying this concept which is here, or this concept which is here. Hence, more than, it means it should not be equal to, but it should be greater than the number asked. Less than, it simply means here is 5 kwacha, go buy me 5 biscuits. You are only going to go buy less than 5 biscuits. You are only going to buy 4, 3, 2, 1. But you cannot buy 5 biscuits or greater than 5. Then altogether simply means you get 1 orange plus an apple. Altogether, it means you add them. It becomes x plus y, meaning orange plus apple. Altogether, you group them together by showing a sign of addition. So these words, that's what they mean. And now, what do the symbols represent these words? When it say not more than, the symbol that represents not more than is less than or equal to. That is the symbol. At least is greater than or equal to, and more than, it is greater than, less than, it is less than, and all together simply means x plus y. Add them together. If you are given 2 biscuits, you want to buy a lollipop and a toffee sweet, you are going to add them. Lollipop plus toffee sweet all together, what this person wants. So now, having explained this, now let's see if we can put these weights into practice by finding the inequalities in a given statement. So here is the example. The example is saying that Banda has 5,000 kwacha to spend. Banda has 5,000 kwacha to spend. Full stop. He needs to buy 2 types of biscuits. He needs to buy 2 types of biscuits, which is A and B. A and B. Already we know that Banda has this amount, 5,000 kwacha, to buy 2 types of biscuits, A and B. Okay. Type A costs 500 kwacha. Type A costs 500 kwacha. And type B costs 800 kwacha per packet. He intends to buy, not more than. He intends to buy not more than 3 packets of type A. 3 packets of type A. And at least 1 type of B. So already we have identified not more than and at least in this kind of a question, so we can formulate the inequality. They are saying that let type X be, let not type, but let X be the number of type A and Y be the number of type B. Write the inequalities. Write the inequalities rising from the information above. So how do we write the inequalities? Let's say solution here. Solution here. Okay, solution there. Therefore now, we are simply saying that for you to be able to write the inequalities, you have to know the work. So we are saying that okay, let's look at the solution. Reading the statement, and now when you read the statement, you are going to understand these weights which are here. That's what we are looking for to make the inequality. If you understand that part, then the inequality can be easily found. Hence, let's look at the example. Okay, so our example now, let's do the solution. The first part is Banda has, so we are going to identify what Banda has. We are saying Banda has how much? Banda has how much? 5,000 kwacha. That's what Banda has. And this Banda wants to buy 2 types of biscuit. Banda wants to buy 2 types of biscuits. Okay? 2 types of biscuits. Okay, so this is a great part. When you identify 2 types of what you want to buy, then it means that the rest will be easy. 2 types of biscuit, which is A and B. Okay, so we know that Banda has 5,000 kwacha and he needs to buy 2 types of biscuits, which is A and B. Now we need to know how much is A costing and how much is B costing. We know from the statement that A is costing 500 kwacha, so we write 500 kwacha, and B is costing 800 kwacha. Okay, already here we have the inequality being formulated. Look at this part. We are told that let A be equal to X and let B be equal to Y. So how do I join these now? It will be to formulate 1. It will be 500 X plus 800 Y is equal to 5,000 kwacha. Now, here's a scenario. This place, we need to identify which symbol to put here. Mr. Banda has 5,000 kwacha to spend on 2 types of biscuits. This biscuit and this biscuit, A and B. Now, here's a scenario where you go in a shop. You have 20 kwacha with you. You go in a shop. Can you go and buy from a 20 kwacha a thing that will cost 1,000 kwacha? Can you go buy from 20 kwacha? Can you buy a thing that costs 1,000 kwacha? You cannot. You go in a motor in a shop or in a store. You want to buy biscuits which are more than 5,000 kwacha. Then you only have 5,000 kwacha. You will not be able to buy. So you need to have 5,000 kwacha to buy things equal to 5,000 kwacha or less than 5,000 kwacha. Already, with that said, the statement here is very clear that this person will buy 500 x plus 800 y. This amount which is this side should be less or equal to 5,000. This is my first inequality already. 500x plus 800y should be less or equal to 5,000 kwacha. If you want, you can reduce this by saying I divide both everywhere by 100, even this side by 100. So I cancel these zeros. It will be 5x plus 8y is less or equal to 50. This is the final simplified inequality. So this is in mathematics models. We are not interested in drawing or showing this on a diagram, but we are only interested on coming with the inequality, as the definition said that mathematics model is simply finding the inequalities from a given statement. So it means that from the statement which we are given, we have found the inequality which is here. So this is our first inequality. This is our first inequality. Now let's find the second inequality from the statement given. The second inequality from the statement given is, we are going to say, we look at where we ended. We ended here where the full stop was. Now we continue. Type A costs 500 and type B costs 800 per packet. He intends to buy, okay, here is the statement where it's starting from. He intends to buy not more than 3 packets of type A. So my second inequality, it will be, my second inequality is that, what is A representing? A is representing X. And they are telling me that this person wants to buy at not more than 3. 3 is a number. So it means that this person wants to buy at least not more than 3 packets of type A. Okay? 3 packets of type A. Okay, so we are simply saying that in order for me to be able to write the inequality, we have identified that this person wants to buy at least 3 packets of type P, 3 packets of type what? Of type A. This is more than, not more than, I mean not. The symbol, that the word which they are using is not more than. Not more than. And we know not more than, it is the symbol of less or equal to. That is the symbol of not more than. So if this person wants to buy 3 packets of type A, then we know that it should be not more than. What is A? A we already know that is X. So we are going to write with X should be less or equal to 3 packets. Then this will be my second inequality. And we'll be done like that. 3 packets of type A, not more than. So not more than is that symbol. So you just say, oh, A is simply X. So X should be less or equal to 3. And we are done. Meaning that the packets of A should be less or equal to 3. Done. Then we come to the next inequality, which is starting again, and at least 1 type of B. We know B is my Y, and this person wants to buy at least 1. So we are going to say in the next board here, so my third inequality is going to look like this. At least, so this person wants to buy at least, okay, at least 1 type, at least one type of B. So we know that B is equal to X. And we know that this person wants to buy at least, okay, at least one type. So one we can write as a number 1, at least one type. And we know that at least can be represented by the symbol greater or equal to. Therefore, for me to write the inequality, I'll start with the X first, which is X. Okay, now here is not X, but it's B. They said let it be Y. Okay, so to be corrected here, they said B is not X, but it is Y. B, it is Y. So meaning that Y should be greater or equal to 1. This will be my third inequality from the mathematics model statement given. So this was the statement given, and we have come up with 3 inequalities, which is this inequality, and that inequality. All you have to follow is to follow the words that are important here. For example, we have not more than, and we have at least, but the general inequality comes from the first top part of the question that is given. So we know that Banda has 5,000 kwacha to spend. He needs to buy 2 types of biscuits, A and B. So meaning that the first inequality will come on this statement, which is here, and you'll be able to get your answer as accurate as possible. So please make sure that you apply this concept in all linear programming question, and you shall find it to be easy. As we have found these inequalities, the next tutorial, it will be show these inequalities on a diagram and shade the unwanted region correctly. So the next video, please don't miss, because it will be more interesting. It's more, and we are advancing on a daily basis. So make sure that you don't miss the next video. Thank you and God bless.